What if I told you that the spark you thought was fading with age could be reawakened not by another prescription, not by surgery, but with something as ordinary as an oil bottle sitting quietly on your shelf? Imagine applying just a few drops before bed and within a week noticing that your mornings feel different, that familiar reflex returning, circulation stirring, and confidence quietly rising again. Too simple to be true? Perhaps, but over 3 decades in urology, I've seen too many men in their 60s and 70s rediscover vitality this way to dismiss it. I'm Dr. Maya Kapoor, and today, I want to share with you a method that costs almost nothing, takes only minutes each evening, and yet has transformed the intimate health of countless men who thought their best days were behind them. Here's the truth. As we age, masculinity doesn't vanish overnight. It fades quietly. The morning reflex isn't as strong. Intimacy feels heavier. Stamina slips away in ways that feel like age itself is pulling you under. Most men resign themselves, convinced nothing can be done except living smaller. But there is another way. Castor oil, an ancient remedy known for healing wounds and easing inflammation, when applied to the right area of the body, can actually improve blood flow and awaken nerves that had gone quiet. Modern research confirms what traditional medicine has whispered for centuries, that this humble oil, when used correctly, can help restore circulation where it matters most. But here's where most men get it wrong. They hear about oil and assume they should apply it directly to the private area. Not only is that ineffective, it can cause irritation. The real secret lies elsewhere, in a region that acts like the gateway for blood flow to your manhood, the lower abdomen and groin. This area is home to the internal iliac artery, one of the main vessels delivering blood to the reproductive organs. It also houses nerve roots that control pelvic reflexes. By warming and gently stimulating this region, you're essentially whispering to your circulatory system, flow more freely, respond more fully. And when blood begins to move again, sensitivity returns, erections regain strength, and confidence follows naturally. Think of it this way. Applying castor oil here isn't just rubbing lotion onto skin, it's sending a signal, a soft but powerful reminder to your body that it's still alive, still capable. At night, while the body is naturally in recovery mode, this gentle massage becomes even more effective. Unlike a typical massage for muscles, rubbing castor oil on the lower abdomen works deeper, coaxing capillaries to open, smooth muscles to relax, and circulation to reach the very tissues that have been longing for oxygen and energy. Now, why castor oil specifically? Out of all the oils we could choose, coconut, olive, almond, castor oil holds a unique advantage. Its secret weapon is ricinoleic acid, a rare fatty acid capable of penetrating through the skin into deeper layers of tissue. Once inside, it activates prostaglandin receptors, which help blood vessels widen. This isn't just surface hydration. It's a direct invitation for circulation to improve. And unlike lighter oils, castor oil is thick, viscous, and retains warmth longer. That means the area stays gently heated, helping blood vessels remain open, easing tension in the pelvic floor, and creating conditions where nerves can fire more effectively. Many of my patients have asked me, Dr. Kapoor, isn't this just an old wives' remedy? And I always smile because yes, it is old, but that doesn't mean it isn't effective. Modern science has validated what traditional healers intuited long ago. Castor oil doesn't just soothe, it stimulates. It calms nerves, reduces inflammation, and nudges circulation back toward balance. When used night after night, the results aren't dramatic fireworks, but subtle changes that build steadily. a warmer lower abdomen, deeper sleep, a surprising return of morning energy, and then, often around the 5th or 6th day, men report that their confidence begins to return, not forced, not artificial, but natural. Of course, technique matters. One wrong step, too much oil, wrong timing, skipping preparation, and the results diminish. Here's how to do it right. Begin by cleansing the lower abdomen and groin with warm water or a towel. This opens the pores and prepares the skin. Place 3 to 5 drops of castor oil in your palm. Rub your hands together to warm it. Then massage the oil into the skin with slow circular motions, clockwise for 3 to 5 minutes. Focus on the lower abdomen and the sides of the groin, where the major vessels pass through. Once finished, apply a warm compress for another 5 minutes. This locks in heat, allows deeper absorption, and encourages the vessels beneath the skin to dilate. The best time is 30 minutes before bed, when your body is naturally ready to repair itself. But let me be clear, more is not better. Castor oil is thick, and too much can clog pores or cause irritation. Start small, stay consistent, and always test it first on a small patch of skin. If there's no reaction after 12 hours, you're good to go. From there, make it a nightly ritual. 10 to 15 minutes, no rush, no stress, just you and your body remembering how to respond. And here's something few people talk about. Oil alone isn't enough. Your nightly rhythm, your sleep posture, even the food you eat in the evening can shape how well this works. For instance, eating heavy dinners or drinking alcohol late at night can block the very parasympathetic signals your body needs to relax. Without deep rest, circulation never reaches its full rhythm, no matter how carefully you apply the oil. So think of this as a partnership. The oil prepares the body, and your habits either support or sabotage the results. Gentlemen, your body isn't broken. It's waiting for a gentle reminder. Each drop of castor oil is that signal, telling your blood and nerves, you're still alive, you still matter, and in just 7 days, if you stay consistent, you might begin to see proof of that truth in the mirror each morning. Why does this work so well for men in their 60s and 70s? Because with age, the connection between nerves, hormones, and circulation weakens. The nervous system doesn't fire as quickly. Blood vessels lose their elasticity. Testosterone production slows, and the pelvic floor becomes more tense than supportive. Castor oil meets these challenges in 3 ways. It widens blood vessels to improve flow. It calms overactive nerves that tighten the pelvis, and it warms tissues so they can regenerate instead of stiffen. Compared to olive oil or coconut oil, castor oil holds heat longer, creating a deeper sense of relaxation that men can feel even after they fall asleep. But as with any method, there are cautions. If you are taking blood thinners or vasodilator medication, be careful. Castor oil can enhance vessel relaxation, and when combined with those drugs, blood pressure may drop too low during sleep. Men with highly sensitive skin should test the oil first. Apply a drop on the wrist or forearm. Wait 12 hours and check for redness or itching. And if you have open wounds, eczema, or skin infections in the lower abdomen, applying oil may worsen the condition. Finally, for men recovering from abdominal surgery, with hernias, or with serious liver issues, talk to your physician before starting. Remember, safety first, results second. Once you've confirmed it's safe, the next step is building a simple 7-day plan. Why 7 days? Because the body responds to rhythm. Just as exercise needs repetition, circulation improves when signals are repeated at steady intervals. From day 1 to 3, focus on consistency. Apply the oil nightly, massage slowly, Breathe deeply and sleep on your back with a small pillow beneath your knees. This position reduces strain on the lower back and opens pelvic blood flow. You may not notice dramatic changes yet, but pay attention to subtler shifts: a warmer abdomen, easier sleep, a lighter spirit in the morning. From day 4 to 5, your body begins responding more clearly. Some men report the return of gentle morning firmness they thought was gone. Others notice they wake up fewer times at night to urinate. The pelvic area feels less tense, the mind more relaxed. These are early signs of reawakening, not miracles, but messages that the system is alive. By day 6 and 7, if you've been faithful to the routine, differences become more noticeable. Circulation feels stronger, urination easier. The spark of masculinity returns, not forced, but natural. I've had patients tell me they didn't realize how much tension they were carrying in their pelvis until it finally released. But let me stress something important. The goal isn't a dramatic overnight transformation. The goal is restoration, steady, sustainable improvements that continue to grow. Like a plant, your body doesn't revive in a day. Consistent care brings life back to what seemed dormant. Your body works the same way. Castor oil massage is the water, deep rest is the soil, and consistency is the sunlight. Together, they allow vitality to rise again. Now, some men ask me, Dr. Kapoor, once I finish 7 days, should I stop? The answer is no. 7 days is the ignition, not the finish line. Too often, I see men feel improvement and then pause, thinking they're cured. Within weeks, the results fade. Real recovery doesn't come from bursts of effort. It comes from steady maintenance. That means continuing the oil routine 2 or 3 nights a week, choosing light walks in the morning to boost circulation, and eating foods that nourish the blood vessels, like pomegranate, watermelon, and leafy greens. These simple actions reinforce the foundation you've just built. Let me share a story. David, a 68-year-old retired teacher, came to me ashamed. "Doc," he said quietly, "I think I'm finished. Nothing works anymore." He had tried pills, but the side effects left him dizzy. He had given up on intimacy with his wife of 40 years. I suggested castor oil massage, not as a cure, but as a gentle experiment. For 7 days, he followed the plan: oil, massage, breathing, sleep posture. On the 5th morning, he told me, "I don't know how to explain it, but something's waking up again." By the 7th day, he was smiling, hopeful, lighter. Not because he became young again, but because he discovered change was still possible. That hope was the real medicine. Gentlemen, I want you to hear me clearly. Aging does not mean shrinking. It does not mean surrendering your masculinity. It means adapting, listening, and giving your body the tools it still knows how to use. Castor oil is one such tool, simple, affordable, and deeply effective when used with care. The 7-day plan is only the beginning. The real reward comes when you keep going, gently, consistently, with respect for the body that has carried you this far. So what comes after those first 7 days? That's the question most men ask me, and it's the most important one. Because true recovery isn't about short-term sparks. It's about building a steady fire that warms you for years. Once you've felt the first signs of change, deeper sleep, stronger circulation, even the return of morning energy, the next step is stabilization. That means moving from daily application to a gentle maintenance rhythm. For most men, massaging castor oil into the lower abdomen 2 to 3 evenings a week is enough to keep blood vessels open and nerves active without overwhelming the skin. But maintenance isn't only about oil, it's about lifestyle. Walking after breakfast or in the evening helps carry oxygen to the lower body. Drinking enough water, sometimes with a touch of lemon or even a pinch of baking soda, if your doctor approves, helps keep blood less sticky. A protein-rich breakfast fuels the muscles that support pelvic circulation. And perhaps most overlooked of all, managing stress. Chronic stress tightens the very vessels we are trying to open. Deep breathing, slow stretching, even a few quiet minutes before bed are not luxuries, they are medicine. Let me tell you about George, a 71-year-old farmer. He believed his body was too worn down for change. His mornings were heavy, nights restless, and intimacy a fading memory. I asked him to commit not just to the oil routine, but also to small shifts. 3 slow walks a week, turning off the television an hour before bed, and replacing late-night snacks with warm herbal tea. After a month, he told me something that stayed with me. "Doc," he said, "I thought I was broken, but it turns out I was just asleep. Now I feel awake again." His words captured the truth. The body doesn't abandon you. It simply waits for your attention. Of course, not every man will respond the same way. Some may see changes in a week. Others need more time. What matters is patience. The blood vessels you're nourishing have worked tirelessly for decades. The nerves you're reawakening have been dulled by years of tension. They deserve your consistency, not your impatience. When you give them that, they give back in ways that surprise you. More energy during the day, fewer bathroom trips at night, and yes, stronger intimate reflexes that make you feel like yourself again. There's another truth I want you to carry with you. Intimate health is not only about function, it's about dignity. When a man feels alive in his body, he carries himself differently. His shoulders straighten, his laugh comes more easily, his relationships soften with warmth. I've seen men who thought they were finished walk back into their marriages with new light in their eyes, not because they were chasing youth, but because they discovered hope again. And hope, my friends, is as vital as circulation. So if you take anything from this message, let it be this. Don't wait until the spark is gone to start caring. Begin now with something as simple as a few drops of oil each evening. Let it be a ritual, a moment of self-respect, a quiet reminder that your body still matters. Pair it with rest, movement, and patience, and watch how the years ahead begin to feel less like decline and more like renewal. I've walked alongside thousands of men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s. Some believed they were beyond help. Yet when they embraced small, consistent habits, they found their strength returning in ways they never imagined. That's what I want for you, not false promises, not quick fixes, but a path back to yourself, a path paved with simple, natural steps that honor the man you still are. If this message has given you even a spark of hope, then let this be the moment you choose action. Try the 7-day Castor oil plan. Pay attention to the whispers of your body. And when you see the first changes, don't stop. Build on them. Because you deserve to feel strong, confident, and alive in every season of life. And before we close, I want to leave you with this. Aging is not an ending. It's an invitation to live more intentionally, to listen more closely, to treat your body with the tenderness it's been asking for all along. Your story is still being written, and if you choose, the next chapter can be one of strength, vitality, and quiet joy. This is Dr. Maya Kapoor, thanking you for your trust, your time, and your courage. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and never forget, you are not finished. You are simply beginning again. If today's message spoke to you, leave me a comment below. Type 1 if you feel inspired to try, or 0